I got nothing. This movie was awful. What's going on, people? My name is Alex Thorn, and I'm a rocker who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And this time, we're watching / reviewing Hulu's original Grimcutty. I don't understand. I don't understand how you mess something like this up. Obviously, this movie is based off of the Momo meme and face that was happening a few years ago. And there was a Momo, I think, online challenge that was happening. I love the premise of the movie. I really do. And I even like Grimcutty's face. But it's shown so much in this movie. I really want to get into the story, which is partly what I said, the Grimcutty. It's a ripoff of Momo. Same way, people see the face. And then the other thing is that when they see it, not the kids, but when the parents get wind of this scary face and this supposed challenge, okay, that their fear and their stress and their anxiety is what feeds Grimcutty to go after their children. So the more nervous they get and the more anxious the parents get and overblow the subject, their anxiety causes trauma to the children. I love that story. Here's my issue. The father and the daughter, the main characters of this movie. Sarah Wolfkind and Usman Ali. Usman Ali, let's start with him, the father. He's so one-dimensional, and his acting in this movie comes off as so kind of over-the-top, angry and anxious at all times. Like he has no other mode other than being nervous all the time for his kids. This just doesn't seem natural at all. And then the daughter, Sarah Wolfkind. I'm sorry if what I'm about to say seems bad, mean, whatever, but this girl's face, like in Spanish, it's in Spanish, it's called cara de pendeja. And she had cara de pendeja throughout this whole movie. Okay? Not to mention, she set herself up from the beginning to be disliked. She starts this movie, and obviously it's not her, it's the writers. But the writers set this woman, she starts out with ASMR, whatever. She has her YouTube channel where she talks like this. And she makes noises with things so you can calm down and you can be zen like. And all I wanted to do was just fucking throw my remote at the screen. Look, I'm not that type of guy. I don't like that shit. I don't understand that shit. And I did not want to cheer for her who had a shitty attitude and was addicted to her phone throughout the entire movie, which is a fucking issue here. I did not know who to root for. Other than the kid. She has a kid brother in this movie who does great, by the way. He plays his role perfectly. He's likable, all that stuff. He's the only likable kid in this fucking movie. Everybody else just seems like a pompous and anxious idiot. The father just seems like a one-dimensional asshole. And then you have the mother. I thought the mother was on drugs. And then I also thought, she looks really familiar, but it can't be her. Like, there's no way. This woman is like so mellowed out. And I don't know if that was supposed to be the character or she really just played it off that way. But she seems so not there. But it's so overdone. She just comes off like a bad actress. And then I looked it up. I paused the movie about 75% through the movie. And I looked her up. Shannon Sossamon. One of the hottest women of the early 2000s, late 90s. What happened? I mean, she looks like she gave up on life. I mean, holy crap, man. Like, I'm so taken aback by everything in this movie and not in a good way. I get it. I get it. Kids are jerks or teenagers are jerks and But the fact that she's so addicted to her phone made it even worse. The fact that she could not go a moment without wanting to get it. Like, anyways, so let's get into the Grimcutty himself. Like I said, I love the mask. I love on paper what the weird body looks like. The execution of this thing. It's very obvious that they had a Grimcutty mask at times, but the difference of when they do the close-ups of the mask, which looks like the physical prop looks so stiff, and then they do the far shots, and it almost looks like it looks like bad CGI on purpose. I don't know if this was meant to give you like weird vibes on purpose, or if it was like, no, we're creating an actual pretty good-looking monster here. So never one time does it look good. There's no fluidity. There's actually not a threat when you start to see it look like a man who can barely struggle to walk in a suit. The fact that the kids can see it and nobody else can see it, I think that's great. But there's also another subplot to the story, and it connects to the beginning of the film and the ending of the film, which is there's this blogger, over obsessively blogger mom who has a kid who in the very beginning gets stabbed by her son. By the end, it all ties together, and she's so anxious about her child to the point that her child wants to get rid of her. That's how badly they are causing trauma to their children. She did a great job. A little over the top, but she did a good job. The kid did a good job. But they're in there for so little. I'd say they're probably in there a total of 5 minutes. That they're not enough to save this movie. I'm gonna say something I rarely ever say here, and I've said it one other time on this channel so far, and it was in my very first video. Do not watch this film. Don't waste your time. This movie, for me, okay, from the bad acting to people who've let themselves go to bad CGI all over the place, this is a 0 bandanas out of 5 on my bandana system. I never want to see this again. I don't want to see the Grimcutty 2. I want this to go away. Let this be a lesson to those who made this movie. Do better. Cast better people. Create something else. Do not give these people the time of day. Please. That's just my 2 cents. Alright, let me know. Were you excited for the Grimcutty as I was? Did you think it looked cool? And if you watched it, did you dig it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let's talk about it in the comments. I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. You guys are a driving force for me to continue watching movies in one sitting and not have to spread it out over 3-4 days. And you know what? Let's just keep talking. You guys make me feel great. And right now, I gotta go work on some music so that I can rock out and watch some movies.